Hey everyone, Will here with my flea market finds for October 15th, 2017. Surprisingly, I got a good bit to show you this week. Hit a couple really good sales and found a good bit of stuff, even with doing that mini haul video back in the middle of the week. So plenty of stuff to show you, lots of military stuff this time. Let's take a look. So clothing, outfits. Most of this stuff was no more than $5. We're going to piece this out. Got to find out what it's to, what era. So a little bit of work involved, but CVs. Hopefully that is World War II era. Got pants, shirts, all this stuff. As long as it's authentic, like World War II, Korea, bring good money. Garrison hat, another shirt. There's a Ike jacket, pants, military shirt, another Ike jacket. Some pants there with lace-up sleeves. Really weird hat. I'm thinking that's Navy. Got to do a little research on that. Love the old. Take a look at the coat, overcoat with the cape, and that says Cadet U.S. MA, U.S. Military Academy. Don't know, it looks like West Point, but there's a lot of other military academies around. But hopefully we can pinpoint this down to West Point. It's definitely got some age on it. More clothes. A guy just walked up to a yard sale, and a guy had a ton of clothes and just started making piles. That shirt's from World War I. Love that one. Dress uniform. Is that Navy? I think if it was Navy, it'd have an anchor on it, on the button. Shirts, plenty of shirts, pants, so much stuff here. Love the camo shirt. That's not US. Looks kind of newer. Thought this was really something, and it's all moth-eaten. Was one looking at that UAL, and I was joking with my wife. I'm like, yeah, I gotta look at that code up. It says UAL on it. I said, it definitely looks military, and I think it might be a good one, maybe even from the late 1800s. So I was trying to figure out what UAL is. I'm like, well, there's no way it could be United Airlines. Well, it's United Airlines. Found some buttons on Worth Point that went, 3 buttons sold for $30. Apparently these, the seller of those buttons said they were from the 1920s, so I'm guessing the jacket's from around the 1920s. Got to see when United Airlines came into existence. I mean, it's moth-eaten and it's on its last leg, but it's a survivor. Even military things like old duffel bag, and this is definitely an old duffel bag with the rope going around there. Different from your typical dark green canvas bag, so it makes me think it's kind of old. That was part of the lot. Got the whole Foot Locker here for 20 bucks. Got a couple hats in there. This is a whole tent, which I will never use. A whole bunch of pictures. Love looking at the old pictures. There's a couple guys with bows and arrows. And a Jeep. Let's see, Alamo. That's cool. Noah's Ark. Must have been a park. Some in the field pictures. Kind of cool. There's a guy. And it's second Lieutenant Robert Smith. So I'm guessing that's Robert Smith. Oh, the pick's pretty neat. That came in there. It's a marked on the handle US and marked on the pick US. Not worth a whole lot, but cool piece. I think this is the leather piece that goes underneath the saddle. Had a couple. It's missing a letter there. Old piece. They poked a few holes in there. First the guy tried telling me, yeah, it'd been shot. Well, it pokes out on both sides, so they probably put that in there for a strap or something. Not sure what that'll bring. That was like 20 bucks. So old, couldn't pass it up. Big old wooden box. Got a bunch, the first of many wooden boxes this week. Medical and surgery chest, medical department USA. Just a cool looking old box. Somebody will probably turn this into a coffee table. That was 25. So, quick story. I went to the sale, got a bunch of military stuff. Later on in the day, talking to a friend of mine, we're comparing notes about, he goes out to yard sales too. Told him, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff at this sale. And he went down there as the guy was packing up, and the guy had added more stuff. Which really surprised me, because I asked the guy, I said, you got any more of this? He's like, oh, that's all I'm putting out. Well, apparently after I left, he put more out. So I actually, some of this came from my buddy who went back at the end of the day. But at least I got it. Some kind of tool. That was a couple bucks. Marked 1917. Not sure what that does. Combination knife and fork, made in Germany. So a few dollars. Big old machete, that was 10. A kit, it's not US. NAHT 79. That looks pretty cool. Looks military to me. Some kind of metal canister. And this thing, I have no idea what it is. The loosen up the screw here, and this would pivot on these two parts. The ring almost looks like something that goes inside, like the nose of an animal. Something along those lines. It's very old, almost medieval looking. But be curious if anybody has any information. It's marked with a number 3. It's pretty neat. I think it's for sterilizing. You keep sterilized pieces in there. Like $5. The stirrup, broken wood, but wouldn't surprise me if that was military. That was $5. Musette bag. Good condition. That should bring somewhere around 40 or so if my son Nathan doesn't keep that. BAR pouches and belts, that should bring, well, they were 10. That was 10, and the big bag underneath it was 5. 3 rifle straps to M16s. They were $2 a piece. Goggles, pretty new, still new in the box. Date cured, 1977. Indian stuff. The blanket up top here is hand woven. No idea where it come from. I'm always a little hesitant buying Native American stuff because eBay makes it so hard to sell this. But the price was right. It was like $5 on the blanket, $5 on the bag, and $3 on the little pouch. All hand woven, cool looking. Got some antler there for buttons. Just cool pieces. Love the ladle carved out of a horn. That was $5. The picture of the old picture of the guy, even though it's busted, $4. That's a cool looking picture. Why is it all these guys always look like they're mad at something? Couple pistol cylinders, revolver cylinders. Not sure what they go to. We'll look them over for some parts. They got a lot of wear on them. They were 8 for the pair. Couple powder flasks, shot flasks. That was 12 for the pair. Gun cleaning kit. This is from World War II, I believe. Found one on Worth Point that sold for $60. Nice having the case. Old time Indian Wars, maybe Civil War bayonet scabbard. That was like $2 and like $3 on the sword scabbard. Try to figure out what that goes to. Somebody, you see a lot of swords, you don't always find the scabbards for some reason. A couple pieces of artwork, $1 a piece. This looks like a pen and ink, worth taking a chance on for $1. And a little watercolor, Budapest, Hungary. Old fountain pen, not even a fountain pen, just a pen. Hotel Occidental, Washington, D.C. Imagine the people that might have used this pen to sign in. Pretty neat. Piece of Waterford for $5. Love buying Waterford, high quality, as long as it's in good shape, no chips. Antique oil lamp. Stamped on the bottom, so I don't think it's like ancient or anything. That was $7. Tiffany perfume set. Always like buying the old perfume sets. $3 on that. Can't go wrong. Love the Panther. Or is that a tiger? It looks like, kind of looks like a panther to me. Might be a tiger. Nice sculpture. That was $8. Love the old piece of wood here. Don't know what that was used for. Got a bit of a chip on the lid, but hey, it's pretty old. Might be over 100 years old, I'd say. That was $5. The top the guy threw in for free. I love the patina on the wood. Back when kids were more easily entertained than today. Just give them a top and they were good for hours. Wooden duck call, paid 20 for this. Kind of a lot. Might have overpaid. There is a name on the bottom. I have to try to figure out what that says. But duck calls have always done well. And always done well for me. And we'll see. Took a chance on that. Patch. Always love patches. That was $3. And it's a $12 patch probably. Somewhere around there. We're coming up on the 16-minute mark. I'm going to end this here and we'll start part 2 in just a second.